I didn't leave because the love faded. I didn't leave because we grew apart. I left because I found the truth. And then I spent 8 long years waiting for the exact moment to use it. It started on an ordinary afternoon when he felt terribly ill. He was helpless, in bed, unable to reach his phone, let alone handle our daily finances. I had to step in to manage the household accounts. That was the moment the veil dropped. When I opened his bank apps, honestly, I wasn't looking for secrets. I was just trying to pay the bills. But as I scrolled through the transaction history, the numbers began to tell a story I wasn't prepared for. Consistent, repeated transfers to unnamed OPay accounts, money flowing out week after week, month after month to women I have never heard of. I didn't scream, I didn't cry. All I did was I carefully extracted the phone numbers attached to those transfers. I wasn't getting them to call or throw a scene. I was just collecting evidence. That was the day I realized he hadn't just stepped out once or twice. He had been cheating on me for over a decade. A whole secret life, financed right under my roof. My first instinct as a woman was to pack my bags and throw the truth in his face. But again, my instinct as a mother was stronger. I had a newborn baby in my arms, my very first child. I looked at my baby and knew I couldn't blow up our life in a panic. I needed stability, I needed time, and most importantly, I needed an airtight case. So I made the choice. I played cool. In fact, I became the happiest, sweetest wife he could have ever asked for. So for 8 years, I smiled at his jokes, I made his meal, I lived in the same house, all while saving every statement, every transaction ID, and every proof of his betrayal. People ask me how I survived looking at the traitor every day for 8 years without breaking. Well, my answer is simple: purpose. Every smile I gave him was just a countdown. Every quiet day was a step closer to my child's security and my ultimate freedom. So by the time my child turned 8, my file was complete. I had a decade worth of financial trials, dates, and proof mapped out, ready to hand directly to a judge. The day I walked out, there was no shouting, there was no crying, no dramatic argument. I simply laid the evidence where he could see it, took my child's hand, and walked through the front door. He thought he was the master of disguise for 10 years. No, he never realized that for the last 8 years, he wasn't running the show anymore. I was. Silence is the loudest noise in a dying marriage. Everyone thought we had a perfect life, the picture perfect family, the quiet home, the smiling photos. But perfection is easy to fake when you realize you're living with a stranger. This is my story. Now, what would you have done if you were in this woman's shoe? Do you think you would have had the patience she had? Let me know what you think in the comment section. Thanks for your time and don't forget to hit the subscribe